Hello, hello, it's me, Julian Greystoke, your friendly neighborhood book reviewer, and I'm here with a book that was requested by one of my patrons. Yes, over on Patreon, you can boss me around, which means that you can recommend books for me to read and review here on the channel. The one that I'm reviewing today, I would not normally have picked up on my own, but I'm pretty open to trying things out at the request of patrons. I don't even know if this patron was hoping I would love or hate the book. They just said, my suggestion is this one. But the book is called Fatherland. Let's read the blurb. April 1964. The naked body of an old man floats in the lake on the outskirts of Berlin. In 1 week, it will be Adolf Hitler's 75th birthday. A terrible conspiracy is starting to unravel. I might get dinged just for saying the name of that very bad person in the first few minutes of this video. We'll find out. I don't expect this review to be hugely popular anyway. Fatherland is set in an alternative world where Hitler won the Second World War. It is April 1964. Yeah, it said that at the beginning of the blurb. And 1 week before Hitler's 75th birthday. Again, why are we repeating ourselves in the same blurb? Xavier March, a detective of the, I'm gonna butcher this, criminal police, is called to investigate the discovery of a dead body in a lake near Berlin's most prestigious suburb. As March discovers the identity of the body, he uncovers signs of a conspiracy that could go to the very top of the German Reich. And with the Gestapo just one step behind, March, together with an American journalist, is caught up in a race to discover and reveal the truth. A truth that has already killed. A truth that could topple governments. A truth that will change history. Except for this book is an alternate history. In case you couldn't figure that out. Alternate history, bad man, came into power, won the war. He's in charge now, and he has power over a lot of different countries, and America is about to be in his back pocket, and just, bad political things. Now, let me just say that I don't particularly like alternate histories, and I really do not like ones that are set in an alternate history where Hitler won the war. I guess I get it. I get why people like them, but I just don't see the point. Like, why do we want to wallow around in that idea? Our politics today are already awful. Like, why are we so fascinated by, like, what if Hitler had won the war? This video is going to get demonetized for saying that man's name so many times. But yes, I do not like alternate histories with that premise. And did this suggestion from a patron make me go, well, because I'm open to it, I could enjoy something from a genre that I don't normally reach for. But the answer is no, it did not. I just don't understand the hype. I don't understand the fascination. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, I guess if you're if your special interest is World War II, it's fun to speculate and do the thought experiments about what if. Not for me. Not for me. So, this is a murder mystery with that backdrop, and we have our main character who's investigating, obviously, a murder, and he goes to check that out. And by the way, I will say that I listened to a full cast BBC recording of this book, which was really great. I think I would have struggled even more to care about this book if I hadn't had pleasant British voices reading it to me. The fact that they were British did throw me a little bit. I didn't quite I thought that we were in England after the war and that England was just part of that whole conglomeration now, but no, they just were British people reading German characters. So that did throw me just a smidge, and also a lot of the men in this sounded the same. So occasionally I did struggle to figure out who was talking sometimes, where I probably wouldn't have had that problem if I was just reading the book. But honestly, if I had just sat down to read this, even though it was short, it probably would have been like pulling teeth. So ultimately, slight confusion caused by the audio aside, I preferred the full cast audio version. So we got the detective, and he's going to go solve this murder case, except for it turns out to be about these high up authorities in that certain party. My goodness, I'm having to dance around all of these words, and I hate that YouTube hates when you use words for things. It doesn't like it when you swear, it doesn't like it when you say certain words, it doesn't like it when you use the correct names for anatomical body parts. And so I still want this video to be seen by a few people, so I'm kind of trying to be obnoxiously cautious. But anyway, it's a very short read, which is good. And in the end, it's kind of a little bit open-ended. Like, it seems like the main character is probably going to die, but I don't think we actually find out if he really does. He like finds the proof that he's looking for. He might be killed, but I don't know. Sometimes I had a little trouble following this, probably because I was having trouble focusing on it because I did not care. I know that sounds awful, but I did not care. Like, this book didn't make me care. It's just yet another what if bad man won the war. I don't care for it. I don't get the fascination. How many times can I say that? How many times can I say I just don't understand the love for these books? Because there's a million of them. There's a million of these books that are set alternate history, bad man won the war. We cannot let go of that concept. So characters, the main characters are obviously the detective. He's got, I think, a few friends. He's got other people who are investigating, and we like see some of the people from the Gestapo and stuff like that. And then the only other really like main character is the female American reporter who shows up because she's also kind of investigating what he's investigating, but you know, in a plucky girl way. This book had a problem that a lot of these books have, in that they are sort of unashamedly written by men for men. Men tend to like these alternate history books. Even my husband was really into them for a while, mostly before we were together, but even a little bit after we were together, he went through a phase where he was like really into these alternate history books. He's not really anymore. I haven't seen him pick one up in a really long time, but even he used to be fascinated by them and enjoy some of them. So like, they are written by men for men. And so all of the expected things were there. Like there was only really one important female character, and she was mostly there to just like be plucky and of course to be attracted to the main character, because we cannot have a male main character in this type of book if there's not a woman around to inexplicably be attracted to him. I have no idea why she was attracted to him. I think they had sex at one point. I think I kind of blocked that out of my mind because I was like, what? Why? What we got to know of this man, he just seems like a piece of bland white bread. So why is she attracted to him? Because he's an audience insert. The men reading this book want to put themselves in his shoes. He's brave, he's heroic, he's attracted to the hot girl. And then at the end, he gets to sacrifice himself for her. He gets her away. He gets her out of there, out of danger, heroically. And then he gets to get tortured while she's like riding away to safety. Because those are the things that guys want to read about. And probably there's going to be people in my comments who are mad about that, but like, am I wrong? So yeah, I didn't care for the characters at all. They were just bland. They were just bland and exactly what I expected. And so the plot, we've got the murder mystery. It was nice and short. And I guess that somehow in this alternate history, like America and other places didn't know about like the concentration camps. And that's why like, people are so okay with being bad man's friend. And I'm like, how did they know? How? Why? That piece felt like it was missing. And maybe it was explained to me somehow, but like, how did they not know? So the detective guy is like out here because high up people from bad man regime, can't believe I have to talk like this, bad man regime are being killed off because they have information about these camps, and like the new allies of bad man regime cannot know that these places existed, cannot know how horrible it was. So in this alternate history, I guess like these other countries are just being bamboozled. And it's not that they are also like just as evil as Badman and his regime. So interesting, I guess. But yeah, so he's trying to find out about these high up people who are being killed off to prevent anyone finding out about these camps. And he finally thinks he finds the proof in the end. And cool, I guess. Like, it was so hard for me to care. And the world building, again, politics is not my thing. Politics around this time period is not my thing. Fake politics around this time period, it would take a lot to make me care, and this book did not. I hope that my patron is not deeply disappointed by this, but like, it just wasn't for me. It was not for me. And if you feel like that means I have bad taste, probably we do not have the same taste in books, and you'll probably be happier watching a different channel for book reviews, honestly. Unless you want to use me and things I don't like to find things that you do like. Maybe we have opposite taste, and you know that if I don't like a book, that you'll probably like it. Sometimes that works too. I watch some booktubers who are like that, where like they don't like something, and I'm like, ooh, those are the very things I enjoy. So, like, there's at least one booktuber that I watch who, when I find out she doesn't like a book, I go check it out. Because we have opposite tastes, and that's useful sometimes. But not for me. Just not for me. If you like it, cool, good. If you want to try and listen to it, I recommend the BBC version, and it is short. Thank you, dear patron, for recommending me an alternate history where bad man won the war that is short. Because at the very least, I didn't have to spend too long with it. But if you and I have similar tastes in reading, I suspect you probably won't like this one. And you can go ahead and give it a miss. Those are all my thoughts on Fatherland. I'm sorry, I wish I had more to say, because YouTube likes longer videos. Quite frankly, so it'd be great if I had more to say, but I don't. This was just like nothing for me. I guess there were a couple of scenes where things got kind of tense, but it kind of hinged on the characters being stupid and making bad choices. So, I don't know. I wish they were cleverer. I hope that the patron that requested this enjoyed this. And if I just told you that your favorite like short story, alternate history short story, was boring and I didn't care about it, sorry. Now you know if you do want to recommend me more alternate history, I'm probably not gonna like it, because it's just not my genre. Oh, don't forget that I have several books you can purchase now on Amazon. They are nothing like Fatherland, so if you didn't like this book, maybe you'll like mine. Who knows? I do not, however, have a full cast audio version of any of them, which is deeply disappointing to me. Delulu Writer Fantasy #1 right there. Full cast audios of my books. I also have a Patreon, as I previously mentioned, where you can go and at a certain level boss me around and force me to read books that you love or books that you hate, and you just want to watch me shred into teeny tiny little pieces. Remember though, we do only kick up, not down, so if the book you're recommending is from a small author who does not have a large following at all, I probably won't be able to do a book review like this because, like I said, we kick up, not down. Also, I am a developmental editor, so if you have a book that you would like developmentally edited, especially if it's like, say, fantasy, you can hit me up over on Fiverr. Let's talk. We can figure things out. Your first 5K words are only $25 if you just want to try it out and see if we would be a good fit as a writer, editor, dynamic duo. Nigel is here just in time for me to turn off the camera, because I'm going to say I will see all of you again next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye!
Toss a coin to your witcher, O Valley of Plenty.
And I'm here to shout out everybody who tossed a coin to their YouTuber. People like Kay, Annika, Jen, Gay Tutter, Constantina, Laknunga, SB Boots, Martha Baggins, July, Bird Anonymous, Sunny Shy, Sarah, Kat, 78 kilograms of shade, Veda, Roma, Hansing Pony, Haley, Sam, Kira, Kohikaro, Mooney, Pudamancer, Kirsten, Bear, Jojo Bookish, Robin, Ursula, Caitlin, Jessica, KJ, LaFone, Amanda, Celia, Alyssa, Deborah, Afra, Melissa, Swamp Goblin Waifu, Sophia, Merween, Kit, Light Julie, Belle, Patrick, Anne Sophie, Callison, Shelby, Zaire, Jesper, Rennie, a Scribbling Cat, Savvy, Jenny, Amanda, Lisa, and Sarah. Thanks so much for tossing a coin my way, everyone. I really appreciate it.